for the tournaments. Guys, are you ready? I am going to be absolutely amazed if this is going to be Cannon Ridge Central. As to the bottom left-hand side, our blue Protoss player is Harstem. He's up against the red Protoss to the upper right, who is not sending a probe across the map. It's Jieshi. Jieshi. It's some name that I'm never going to learn to pronounce. As Harstem. He will cannon rush then. This seems to be quite apparent at the moment. His opponent, however, seemingly will not. As we get this going, we're going to be having the gateway on the way down on the high ground, and Harstem ready to make his play as he will pile on the low ground and scout in. And does that give away his plan to the red Protoss player? He sees that gateway, so Harstem, his second cannon rush in a row, trying to pick up the quick victory here for the first game. He was already 2-0 in his first series, of course. That's pretty good for him. Jieshi cannot actually see that corner if he actually wanted to build a pile on there, but I think he wants to build a pile on a bit more of a useful position, and now he's going to see it. Cannon starts. Gateway starts to block it in. And that's exactly what Jieshi did against Cyan in his series. So, can the red Protoss player figure it out? Can he do, make the defense happen that he wasn't, his opponent earlier wasn't able to make happen? Cybercore on the way up as well. Zealot on the way. First cannon will be ready soon as this pylon comes up as well, as the extra cannons, of course, should not be too far away from getting started. There's the first, there's the second, any second now. He's actually able to hit this gateway from that cannon on the low ground. He looks as though for the moment he's keeping the gateway. Could cancel it and get an extra cannon up, but seems to be that he's kind of happy with this for now, as you are going to see those probes just sitting back a little bit here. And Harstem then mineral walks his way back through to start another cannon up. A couple of probes going down to get that first cannon cancelled. Now the Zealot is in range of the extra cannons coming up. The probes add on the extra damage, and that Zealot is so low. And Harstem for a moment looks as though he wanted to go for the Zealot right there. When we see another probe trying to come along. Those two probes maybe do not want to fight the Zealot themselves, as we're going to be seeing the Zealot runs into cannon range for just a moment. A shield battery on the way up, but that pylon's still going to go down. He probably needs to add on another pylon a little bit further back. Shield battery is... Oh no, that is a pylon. Where's the shield battery? The shield battery's in the mineral line. Okay. Shield battery in the mineral line then. One of the gateways will fall here. He'll get the money back from the Stalker in just a moment or two. So he gets his money back from the Stalker. What else does he do, right? I mean, he can't really build too much else at the moment. The cannon force is increasing. One of these cannons will be cancelled, but the number of cannons is really starting to be a bit scary, and he's starting to work his way through that Nexus. The shields are already dropping off of it pretty quickly, as we are going to be seeing cannons once again working their way through this. This probe at the front is going to pull back a little bit. This guy on the right side is taking quite a bit of damage because the shield battery is keeping the Stalker pretty healthy throughout it all. A couple of probes going down as the cannons get the option to finally do that, do a little bit of something there. This Nexus is starting to go down, and that's where Jieshi is going to be in trouble, because once the Nexus falls, he knows he can't win this, and Harstem will take game number 1 of this best of 3. To the bottom right-hand side, up a map in this best of 3. This is our blue Protoss player from Asterion Esports. It's Harstem. And to the upper left-hand side, no probes coming across the map, guys. We are safe from cannons here on Dreamcatcher. We are safe from cannons for now. To the upper left-hand side, our red Protoss player is Jieshi. I hope this... I wish I could really learn to say his name. I'm gonna have to put some hours in. I really actually am. Like, it's kind of dumb, but I don't really see another option at this point. I kind of hope Harstem does this kind of fun game again, or that fun build that he did on Dreamcatcher last time, because honestly, the build he did on Dreamcatcher last time was pretty interesting to watch, but he does just go 2 gateways this time. Maybe afraid that Silent Jieshi has talked a little bit and said, he went 1 gate expand on me, bro, like, just punish him. It's not going to be the case here. He is going to open with the double gateway, so Harstem changing it up just a little bit, as we see this probe heading in towards the upper left-hand side of the map. Our red Protoss player getting set to scout as well. Our blue Protoss player already about to enter in towards the natural and then up toward the main base. Going to be moving up here in the next few moments and having a nice little scat around, a little bit of a scoot around, see what's happening. Obviously, any options really open right now. You know, Stargate versus Stargate. Twilight Council could come down. We could see faster robos. We can still just see pretty quick expansions. We'll see what the first two units are. They can oftentimes be a little bit of a telltale as to what's going to happen. Stalker Sentry from Harstem usually does actually lead into a fairly fast expansion. The double Stalker from Jieshi does give him some map control. Maybe he wants to go for that 4-gate we saw him use against Cyan. Something along those lines could be fairly effective. There's a few different options that can come in right here, so looking out for those, looking to see what might come down. It's as though a Chinese player is looking as though he might actually just want to expand himself in the near future. Two Stalkers about to finish up. And as they finish up, two more Stalkers on the way out. Yeah, feels like it's going to be an expand from both at the moment. There's this cheeky probe up in the upper right side, though. Twilight Council will come down from Jieshi. I mean, a lot of Stalkers early obviously can oftentimes lead into Blink. And from Harstem, looks like he'll throw down the Stargate before expanding. So, just getting that tech down here. In these early stages, we're going to have a shield battery placed by Harstem as well. And we do have the two Stalkers of Jieshi turning to come on forwards. Going to be moving on through and getting ready to go. Stalkers on Stalkers here, as we do have the Sentry. Doing a little bit more damage. Just having the Phoenix on the way up as well. So again, I mean, Harstem playing it safe with the Phoenix opening. He doesn't know what his opponent went for. And because of that, he's not going to take the risk of building an Oracle potentially into the Phoenix of his opponent. So, Harstem not going to play the risky game, just going to play the Phoenix opener here. I mean, Blink's pretty good against that, obviously, because he can blink around after the Phoenix. Robo facilities will follow up at the same time. The big difference is that Harstem's basically going to be playing a blinkless game, and he will have Phoenix to harass with. And in that sort of setup, you would generally kind of see this being, you know, a very traditional sort of just charge dot based composition from Harstem. The same thing will happen from Jieshi, and, you know, basically they end up at the same point, just Jieshi will have a few more Stalkers in his composition. And, you know, while Harstem can harass with the Phoenix, Jieshi can actually take a lot of map control with the Stalkers as well. So it's actually a little bit kind of, you know, you look at it and there's, you know, positives and negatives on either side. There's, you know, there's goods and, you know, pros and cons. I wouldn't say it's kind of crazy good for either player in particular. Harstem just on the triple Phoenix, going to stop right there. As we are going to be seeing these few Phoenix heading up the left-hand side of the map, starting to push on in. Few probes being lifted up, 4 workers going down right here as the Observer going to move back in towards the natural expansion. Stalkers just moving around still. And 4 workers killed so far, not bad. Blink isn't ready just yet, so it is, you know, if there's ever a time for these Phoenix to do damage, it is now, before Blink is up, and before it becomes that little bit easier. Blink about to finish then, and that is again going to help him out as the Forge will come down. Fully upgraded, Harstem, already just a few seconds ahead on that one. And now his own Twilight Council. Again, he doesn't need the Twilight Council as early, because again, he will bypass Blink here, and he'll just go straight into Charge, and that's going to be the Twilight Council upgrade that should start up next from our Red Protoss player 2. I'm actually going to get into a little bit of a macro PvP without either player really being in a lead over the other this time around. You know, last time this happened with Harstem versus Cyan, Harstem was in quite the advantage. He not only did he expand quickly, he killed his opponent's Oracle without doing any damage at all, and he killed workers with his Phoenix. So it was really like the absolute dream scenario. Few Phoenix up to the top side, and we are going to be seeing them thinking about trying to get a couple of probes. Hallucination from Harstem in towards the main base, and we do see the +1 attack upgrade on its way up as well. Probe comes along towards the upper right hand side, going to be moving around here, as we do have the charge upgrade on the way out. Extra gates coming down on each side of the map, and yeah, looking to see what's happening. A few moments of calm before anything crazy goes down in Dreamcatcher. And it's really this sort of stage of the game where both players will want to be macroed up and will want to be setting up. Already, as you see, one of the third nexus coming down. A lot more gates from Harstem, so that does open the doors of aggression. But in fairness, he's going up to 8, and there's going to be 6 gates in-game fairly soon from Jieshi. So it's actually not too bad a thing for However, for Jieshi, he should be able to hold on. I just wonder if the immortal count's very different. It is, actually. Jieshi never built any immortals yet, so maybe Harstem does just go across the map and really push himself into the base of his opponent, because that would be pretty crazy here, as we do have the Templar Archives on both sides. More Prism on the way. I feel as though Harstem's at least going to push across the map and see what's going on, see if there is an option to try and get some damage done. Got the High Templar morphing in right now. And Zealot as well. Phoenix grabbing themselves another couple of probes so far. 2 more High Templar on the way out as well here. Continue to get set up as a couple of Archons from Harstem. They are going to be finishing up on the natural. Harstem starting to come out in towards the middle of the map to see what's up. Well, as he comes through the middle, he's going to be greeted by the Stalkers, which do have blinks. They should be able to get away. Awkward part of this of Harstem is how do you actually move through this little bit of a choke point here. It's actually not very easy. He's going to be able to now because the Stalkers have continued to back away though. And Harstem, his own Nexus is about to finish up. He's going to do the same thing as before in Dreamcatcher. Kill off these rocks, probably then make his way through this set of rocks as well, just to make sure he can, you know, he doesn't get kind of cut in half or anything crazy like that during the fight. He is currently still 2 gateways up for a moment or two because these 2 gates have not warped in from Jieshi, and that could affect him a little bit right now. 67 to 43 army supply upgrades are even. It's the 4 mortals against 1, which is really terrifying, and the fact it's triple Archon against 1 is 2 as well. Harstem doesn't have the Stalkers eaten up in his army supply, and that's something which Jieshi does have. Are they going to be able to do enough here? As we do see another couple of High Templar, another few Zealots getting set up. +2's on the way for Jieshi. But is he going to be able to do this as we see Zealots charging forwards? Here we go again. Archon can't from Harstem. Will just get rid of the Zealots of his opponent so quickly. And with the Immortals continue to push on through. This is clean. This is simple. It's the same thing again. And Harstem is going to go 2-0-4-0 in this group for now, with Optimus left to play as the final matchup here today. Harstem is going to put himself in prime position to advance from this group.